Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. It is currently like 10 o'clock I think at night here, and I'm about to do a full face of makeup. I have to work in the morning, so this is going to be another put on my makeup and wash it right off and go to bed video, but that's what we're working with right now, so that's what we're going to do. I was on Amazon the other day doing some shopping, and I ran across a palette that looked strangely familiar. So this is the Impressed You Beauty Glazed palette. Let's open her up. Maybe I'm wrong. I have not seen anybody do any videos on this palette. But again, this is the Impressed You Beauty Glazed palette here. And if you open it up, it looks like this. Which to me looks very similar to my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the Beauty Glazed palette. So obviously the Jaclyn Hill palette is larger, not by any means saying that they just totally ripped off the Jaclyn Hill palette, but there are some very similar shades in here. Like if you look at this kind of blue and purple, very similar to these two colors in the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's kind of seafoam green type colors in the Beauty Glazed palette. And then these two in the Jaclyn Hill palette. Those look very similar to me. So I wanted to come in and do kind of like a comparison between these two. Okay, so the Impressed You Beauty Glazed palette I paid $11.88 for on Amazon, and the Jaclyn Hill palette I paid $38 for at Ulta. So I'm curious to see if they are comparable in quality. I really like my Jaclyn Hill palette a lot. I've been using it very frequently since I bought it, but I'm curious to see if this maybe could be considered almost like a dupe for the Jaclyn Hill palette. Again, I haven't seen any videos on this. Maybe it's been done, but I just stumbled across it when I was on Amazon and thought it would be kind of a fun video. I'm going to be doing the Amazon palette on my left eye here, and then I'm going to be doing the Jaclyn Hill palette on my right eye. I'm going to find the shades that look the most similar to me in both of the palettes and just kind of try them out. Okay, so I'm going to start by priming my eyelids with this Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer in the shade Light. Just taking some on my fingertip and going in here. Okay, and once we have our eyelids primed, I did go ahead and do concealer on both. I want to give both products the same chance here, so I'm going to do exactly the same on both eyelids. We are going to go in with the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Take this, I think it was like a Maybelline sponge, dip it in and set that concealer. Okay, so now that we have our eyelids concealed and we have powder over the top, I'm going to go in with two Morphe M441 brushes. And let's see, let's find a transition shade. I'm going to go in on the Jaclyn Hill palette, which I'm doing my right side. I'm gonna go into this shade, which is MFEO. And I'm gonna apply that right into my crease as a transition shade. Just laying down a base for the other colors that I'm going to be adding. And I'm sorry if my lips look a little crazy right now. Ugh, that one's looking good. Had a stressful couple of days and I tend to bite and pick at my lips when I get anxious and stressed, and so they're looking a little rough. Got that shade on the right side, the Jaclyn Hill side. I'm gonna take my other Morphe brush and I'm going to dip into this shade here. I think the most comparable to the MFEO. Okay, let's see if we can see any difference yet. This is a really light shade, so it may not even really be showing on the camera. I would say so far the Jaclyn Hill is a little bit more pigmented. I don't feel like I had to dip in as much as I kind of am having to on the Beauty Glaze palette. But it's really not looking patchy or that much different than the Jaclyn Hill shade. So that's both shades on. But as far as the color match, I would say they're just about spot on. Okay, so let's go into a darker color. This color, which is Chip in the Jaclyn Hill palette. We're just gonna go a little bit further down, so not quite as high as we took that transition shade. I'm gonna make sure to blend both of these out. And with that transition shade as much as possible. I have a hard time saying that. Transition shade. So this is the Jaclyn Hill side. The shade here in the Beauty Glazed palette. So this is kind of what it's looking like right now. This is what the Jaclyn Hill side is looking like. At first when I put it on, I was like, it looks kind of patchy, and I don't know, maybe it does look a little patchy. It's kind of hard to tell with my lights in my mirror right now, but let me dip in just a little tiny bit more. Try to darken this area a little bit more, like have it on the other side. So I feel like I spent equal time blending these. This is kind of what they look like right now. I don't know, I think they're looking pretty similar right now. On the Jaclyn Hill side, I'm gonna go in this one, which is called Queen. Okay, and I cannot find my other brush at the moment that is kind of similar to this, so I'm probably just going to wipe it between the products on a makeup remover wipe. And I will show you guys that. But this is the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush to spray it with the MAC Fix Plus. Hope that did not mess up my tan. You know, I don't like how that's turning out. Maybe I should not have sprayed it. Let's see. Okay, it's a little bit better. And I'm just applying this all over the eyelid. Again, this is the Jaclyn Hill side, so this is in the shade Queen. I'm gonna take this Neutrogena makeup remover wipe I'm going to clean this brush off. I like doing this with the more dense brushes because I feel like they can kind of take the abuse, but I'm kind of afraid I've messed up a few of my blending brushes by doing this. Now they're kind of fluffy, so if it's a dense brush like this and it can handle it, I like doing this so I don't have to dirty up all of my brushes, but I would not recommend doing it with the fluffier brushes. That is cleaned off. Got all of the Jaclyn Hill shade off of there. I've just got a towel under me that I'm gonna dry it off with. I'm gonna come into this color right here in the Beauty Glaze palette, just as much as I took on the Jaclyn Hill one. I'll go ahead and spray this, even though I did not love how it turned out on the Jaclyn Hill side. Just to keep it fair. All right, let's try it over here. And I don't love how that's coming off, so I'm gonna dip in more. Yeah, these I don't think need that spray. Okay, so those are looking pretty similar. I do just a tad bit more because I feel like I did more on the Jaclyn Hill side. So far, I mean, I don't think that I see any huge differences. Now I am just using a very small, honestly somewhat dirty mirror here, and I have all my lights on, so that could be maybe when I rewatch this like on the video I'll see some differences, but I mean I think that second shade that we went in with, that darker brown, is maybe a little darker on the Jaclyn Hill side than it was over here, but it's honestly like at least from what I can see, not a huge noticeable difference. But the golds are seriously like identical. I'm gonna finish this off with the Ardell Wispies. This is like my favorite false lash glue adhesive here. It's the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. I just love, oh there's a hair. I just love how easy it is. It's just got the wand, you just put it on. I'm just gonna use these, the Vintage Cosmetic Company. They're just some tweezers that came in my Ipsy bag last month. They're super pretty. I haven't used them yet, so we'll see how they go with this. Okay, so I am going to use this Wet n Wild H2O proof liquid eyeliner in dark brown. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna do a wing or anything. I'm just gonna go over that lash line. Okay, she is not perfect, but that is okay. You know, I don't think I like this liner. Brush is like super stiff. So again, liner is not perfect, but that's okay. I'm gonna take my Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara and just kind of do my best to get those as together as possible there. All right, so this is kind of it for the eyes for now. I might come down here and add a little something to the lower lash line. I'm gonna finish my face makeup though, and we'll go from there. Okay, so that's it for this video. I really can't tell a huge difference. Again, this is the Beauty Glazed, so the 1188 $11.88 on Amazon, and this is the Jaclyn Hill palette, $38 at Ulta. I mean, I can't tell a huge difference. I really can't. The golds are seriously like spot on. Even that dark brown color in there, I can't tell a huge difference. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. It looks good. I wouldn't say that it's an exact dupe, because I mean, if you hold them, and honestly, I think I saw a couple colors on this one here. I think these two and these two mainly, and I was like, those are just like the Jaclyn Hill palette. I have to order it and do a video. But I mean, they're not like too terribly similar. Let's see if I have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. There are 35 colors in each palette. So there are a lot of similarities with the colors. Of course, oh my gosh, I have hairs everywhere. The color lineup is not exactly the same. The very shimmery color, whereas the one that it looks like they kind of tried to recreate here, it's like a similar color, but not shimmery. So this is the Jaclyn Hill. This is the Beauty Glaze. So sorry guys, my phone cut off last night whenever I was finishing up my video about the Jaclyn Hill versus the Beauty Glazed palette from Amazon video. So kind of final thoughts on it. I'm wearing the Beauty Glazed one right now. I just kind of slapped this on, so it's nothing fancy. I think I even have some mascara right there. So basically I was really impressed with the Beauty Glazed palette. These colors here and then the ones that I did on the video are the only ones that I have tried as of right now. But so far it kind of seems like a good dupe for the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's got a lot of similar shades. The pigmentation is pretty nice. I feel like they blend easily, not real patchy or anything. So I think that, you know, for a little under $12, it's a pretty good value, a good dupe if you don't have the almost $40 for the Jaclyn Hill palette. So anyway, I just wanted to wrap up the video. Sorry, this is so different. I'm just kind of doing a quick little outro type thing here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, let me know in the comments below if you have tried the Beauty Glaze palette or what you think. Did you maybe see some differences that I didn't when I was filming? Just let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. If you know of any other products maybe that you've heard about or that you're curious about, that maybe they could be dupes or just anything in general, let me know in the comments. I will see you guys next time.